Hey everyone, and welcome to the Q-PAC FS1 Demo Unit installation video. I'm Salem Homrighausen, and I'm a sales engineer with Q-PAC. I'm also your primary support person for demo units, and I'll be showing you how we're going to set everything up and walk you through the process. So the first thing to know is when you unpack your demo unit out of the crate we ship it to you in, you want to make sure you have all your components. So the actual demo unit should be there. It should have the plexiglass fan covers. It should have a QCB with the plexiglass fan cover. It should have the entire stand assembly. It should have a control panel. It should have a cable and plug assembly. And it should have a control panel stand and a regular power cord. Make sure you have all the components you need. If you're missing anything, just reach out and let us know and we'll ship you it if it's missing. Let's see, another thing to note is the FS1 demo unit is not an exact replica of an FS1 system. So the main differences are an FS1 system does not provide you with connection point between the QCB and the control panel. So there's no plug cable assembly that's going to connect for you. Your contractor is going to have to do that in the field. Another thing, your control panel has some switches on the side. You can see them here. It's going to be your safety circuit, your start, stop, your interlock, and your fireman override. Those switches are not going to appear on the unit because those are things that you will connect to, that your building will connect to. Your contractor is going to do that. And furthermore, we do not ever ship plexiglass fan covers with fans. These are things, you could potentially add this in the field if you wanted to, but it doesn't come from Q-PAC. Also, our QCB is not going to have a plexiglass cover. That's for demonstration purposes only. It also will not have a fan failure switch that you can use to simulate a fan failure, which showcases the redundant feature of the demo unit and the FS1 system. Furthermore, you're not going to have any kind of frame here that's included. You're just going to have a bulkhead wall that will be installed with our perimeter angle in the air handling unit. That's pretty much the differences. The only other thing is that the fans themselves are single phase. These fans do not run on 3-phase power. You can plug it in, that's why we're plugging into a wall outlet. All of our actual fans are 3-phase, either 208, 230 volt or 460, 480 volts. All right, and without further ado, I'm gonna show you how to assemble the unit so you can start demoing it to customers right away. First thing you're gonna wanna do is you're going to find your cotter pin right here. It should have shipped with the unit. And you're gonna use that. That's what's gonna kind of hold the control panel on the stand. So first we're gonna take the control panel, pick it up, lift with your legs, and you're gonna put it right on the stand. All right, we got it on there. There's gonna be a little hole that goes through both the back bracket, the back tube on the bracket of the control panel through the stand. You wanna find this hole, you're gonna put your cotter pin through it. You find that hole. Okay. All right, we got that. You're gonna put that cotter pin right through there. All right, until it's secure. It's gonna prevent the lifting of the unit up off the stand. All right, next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna take your power plug that's gonna connect to the wall outlet, so 120 volts, and then you're gonna plug it in, just like that. So now there is power coming to the unit. So do not open the unit unless you absolutely have to. You can always call me or Q-PAC support to help you diagnose any issues at this point. Next, you're gonna take the plug assembly, and if you'll notice, the plug assembly can only be actually plugged in one way, so there's no wrong way to put it on. If it doesn't fit, you put it on the wrong way. You're gonna take one end of it, you're gonna connect it here. Okay, yep, that's not the right end. Yep. All right, plug it down, then secure. The other end. Connect that as well. And now you are set up and you're ready to test. Okay, so the next part, we're going to turn the unit on, and I'm going to demonstrate hand mode. So you're going to turn the disconnect switch, and the unit's going to start powering on. All right, so we've turned on our unit. That means that it is live. You do not want to try to open the control panel at this point. What's happening right now is your HMI is turning on. There's a green line that's going to tell you when it's finished booting up, and then an orange light, yellow light, green light here as well. That's telling you we're ready to go. Now the Q-PAC logo comes on, and then you have to wait for another loading sign, loading sequence, loading bar, progress bar. Your HMI is on, your system is on, and like I said, we're going to demonstrate hand mode first. So all you're going to do is you're going to take this little switch at the top, the HOA switch, you're going to switch to hand, and you're going to turn the potentiometer dial up to 3 or 4. Anywhere just to get a little, to spin the fans with a little bit of speed, but nothing too much. What they call this out in the on an installation would be a bump test. Basically, it's a way to show that the fans are spinning, electrically everything's connected correctly. It's just what you want to do to make sure your system is operating before your controls contractor comes in and hooks you up to your BMS. So there you go, your fans are spinning. Turn it up a little higher. All right, everything works well. Typically, you don't want to turn this up too high. It could potentially hurt the ductwork in the system. You're going to want to ask your building, your facilities manager, whoever's running the project, if they have any kind of safety that's going to shut the fans off if they exceed a CFM or static. All right, now that we've done hand mode, we're going to switch over to auto mode. And to go to auto mode, we have to go into the HMI. All right, so now we're going to demonstrate the constant airflow mode. The constant airflow mode is going to be what you use to demonstrate to your customers the redundancy inherent in the fan array. So first, we're just going to set it up. So we're going to click on the settings button, and it's going to prompt us to log in. We're going to type in Q-PAC for the username. Then we're type in 369 as our password. We're going to hit login. Then we're going to go to settings. All right, so we get to this next menu, and we're going to go to operation settings. We're going to make sure that in the control selection tab, your control type is set to constant airflow, your airflow calibration is 1.00, and your system run is enabled. After you've verified that, you're going to go to airflow PID settings, and you're going to make sure that you've set your set point to 1000 CFM, your KP is 0.5, your TI is 10, and your TD is 0. These are all parameters for the PID loop internal and the PLC that's actually controlling the constant airflow. This is going to help you ramp up pretty quickly and then settle back down just as quickly. So we're going to go back. We're going to go back again. Now that we've set up our constant airflow, we're going to make sure that our start-stop switch on the side is set in the start position to the right. Our safety circuit is on, and then the interlock and the fireman override are off. That means they're going to be set to the left position. After you've verified these things, you're going to go ahead and turn your HOA switch to auto, and that is going to turn it on, and your fans will start ramping up. This modulation bar here, progress bar, is going to start to slowly fill up with green, and then once it hits 10%, it's going to start turning the fans on. That's the threshold for turning our fans on. Once you see that, it means that your airflow is going to start catching up as well. You can see your airflow starts at 136. The fans are going to start spinning really quickly here, and it's going to fill up all the way to 1000. So since you set that proportional constant pretty high, it's going to ramp up very quickly. And once it overshoots that set point, it's going to ramp back down. Now we're showing we're right at 1000 CFM. Now I'm going to introduce you guys to the fan failure switch. So there's a little black switch here on the top of the QCD. When you press the switch, you're going to kill power to one of the fans. In this case, it's the bottom fan. And you can hear the top fan start to ramp up to increase its airflow to hit that 1000. So this is basically a simulation for your customers of what happens when I lose a fan inside the airstream. No matter what control type you're in, the fans are going to react. They're going to increase their speed to meet that airflow demand that you can't make as well with the loss of one fan. So that's great. When you get an alarm also on the HMI here, it's going to tell you that you've lost a fan. It's going to make a loud beeping sound. And you can just click on the alarms button here down here to turn it off. And then we're going to turn our fan back on. So flip the switch. Okay, we got our second fan spinning again. And once it ramps all the way up, the other fan's going to ramp down. They're going to kind of level out until you hit your CFM, your 1000 CFM split even between the two fans. All right, all back to normal. So turning off the unit is very simple. You can keep it in auto, you can turn it into off, keep it in hand, but as long if this main disconnect is off, then your solar system is going to be off. What we recommend is you turn it to off, and then you hit your disconnect. And that was your first demonstration. Congratulations. We're going to show how to deconstruct the demo unit so it's easy to move around and for one person. And what you want to make sure you have is you need an impact driver or just a regular driver, and you need to have a 1/2 inch attachment to take off the bolts holding the fans to the unit. So first thing you want to do is disconnect the power from the control panel. Just unplug the black cord. You're going to unplug your cable plug assembly. Take that out. All right. Fold your plug up. Take out the cotter pin on the back. Cotter pin. Remove the control panel from the stand. Okay, got our stand. Compact. Take our other plug out. Got that. All right, now we're gonna take the fans off. Make sure you've got your impact driver or your regular driver or the power tool with the 1/2 inch socket. All right. Do all the brakes. Guys moving. We're gonna start out, we're gonna take off the fan cages first. One. Cage number 2. A little trickier. Watch out for this cable harness here. All right, now we're gonna take out the fans. So just make sure that before you start undoing bolts, you're gonna disconnect the cables from it. So take the power connector off, you're gonna disconnect the top piece from the bottom piece. Do the same for the control and the same for the pressure port. And once you do that for both units, you can actually undo the bolts and take it off. All right. So first fan comes off, easily off the ledge. Gently place it down. Let's get our other fan off. All right, now there's going to be 4 of these on the back that are holding the top of the frame assembly to the bottom of the frame assembly. You're going to want to unscrew each one of these knobs, and you can gently take out the top frame assembly from the bottom, just using the handles provided. I'd actually suggest turning on the brakes first. When you try to pull it out, it's going to be a little tight. This could require 2 people. Just be gentle and careful and you'll be fine. All right, congratulations. You have successfully disassembled your FS1 Demo Unit. Good luck with your demonstrations, and let's go Q-PAC.